I would like to welcome you all here today to join us on this a wonderful spring afternoon at the Brisbane Botanical Gardens. In celebration of Jet and Rashani are coming together in marriage. Jet and Rashani, I really appreciate the love and support from everyone who is here today and the long distances that some of you have travelled. Especially Lolita and her family, who played such an instrumental part. These two are starting their lives together, but more about that soon. Please note there is a bottled water at the back behind the big tree, and the restrooms are just around the corner. I would like to ask everyone here today, please not to take photos during the ceremony, and not to post any photos online until Jet has had a chance to update his 15,000 Instagram followers of the occasion first. Jet and Rashani,
Big man Jet.
Jet and Rashani would like to honour those who are not able to be here with us today. A few family and friends that are scattered across the globe. It is a thrill of adventure, a passion for learning about new cultures, as well as the love of our family that really bring us here today. I'm about to tell you a story that a few of you will know in full, a few of you will know some aspects of, and those of you who don't know anything at all, you guys are probably at the wrong wedding. Peter, Jet's boss at the travel agency, please don't be too angry at Jet for his actions here. You promised me before the ceremony that you would stay calm during the wedding, and this is the reason why we spoke previously. Jet and Rashani met at a local restaurant one night in the city of Bangalore, a city with a population of 8.5 million people. Jet was standing behind Rashani, and he was not able to read the menu, which was all in the local language. He noticed she had an English book in her hand, and he asked for help to read the menu, as he didn't just want the typical butter chicken that he would normally get for lunch every Thursday back home. He asked for help, and they hit it off instantly. They shared a meal together in the cramped restaurant, as Rashani explained her purpose for being there. Jet was so enthralled with Rashani's story and her mission of searching for her birth mother with a very little clues, much like the recent film A Lion. Now, Peter, please stay calm here. Jet ticked off all of the big token tourist activities that he was required to do as fast as possible by rushing through the crowds, getting his 100 selfies in front of each location. Okay, well maybe he didn't go quite as fast as he possibly could. Then he was able to spend the next 2 days searching with Rashani, going to numerous small markets and business districts. By doing so, he was able to come back and he was able to share such rich, vibrant tales about experiencing a true locals Bangalore. After 2 days, he had to continue on his familiarization trip to Delhi, while Rashani stayed to keep us searching in Bangalore. Rashani are very appreciative of the support, and she wished Jet all the best with a very awkward handshake and a hug. Though now she has now admitted to us that she was really sad when Jet left, especially as she thought she was so close to finding Lolita. Of all of the thousands of photos Jet had taken over the past 3 days, two were special to him. One of Rashani and him enjoying a rare break from searching while having a sunset dinner, and two, a photo of Lolita taken over 30 years ago. As it turned out, they were not quite as close as they had thought. And Jet moved on to Delhi, and just how lucky that was, as most of us here today now know. It was while in Delhi, a region of 25 million people, that he was on a tour of the Red Fort. And as though it was written in the stars, his tour guide was none other than Lalita. Jet arrived a little late for the tour, as the two of them were actually FaceTiming, and he missed Lalita introducing herself. It wasn't until just before the end of the tour that he heard a fellow group member ask Lalita by name a question. His ears picked up instantly at the mention of her name, and he couldn't get to the front of the group quick enough to compare Lalita to the photo that he had. Once the tour was over, Jet approached Lalita and started to tell her the story, and it was a pure joy and excitement for Lalita as she burst into tears at the mention of Rashani's name. Jet and Lalita rushed to a cafe with Wi-Fi so that they could call Rashani and to tell her the good news. What a magical moment it was, and soon all three of them were reunited. It is from this emotional and a dramatic beginning that Jet and Rashani forged a lifelong relationship that has continued to blossom over the preceding 5 years. I'm duly authorised by law to solemnise our marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. A marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. A marriage is one of the most important steps that a couple can take together, as it symbolises a lifelong commitment that will require a strong bond of friendship, respect for each other, and continuing a love that accepts each other's strengths and weaknesses by allowing it to grow day by day. I would now like to welcome Arav, Rashani's stepbrother, to read a quote titled The Thrower by Lauren Easley. Thank you very much, Arav, for those special and inspiring words about human kindness, that every little small act can still be very meaningful as well. Jet and Rashani, by coming here today, you have taken the first steps in what will be an exciting and wonderful life together. Today, you ask for each other's hand in marriage. The asking, as part of the wedding tradition, symbolises the grounds on which the two of you wish to build your relationship. Jet, Michael Roberts, will you take Rashani to be your wedded wife, to love her, honour and keep her in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, promising to stay true to her as long as you both shall live? I will. Yeah. And Rashani, Vidishu Norman, will you take Jet to be your wedded husband, to love him, honour and keep him in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, promising to stay true to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
And now your vows, Jet.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Jet, take thee, Rashani, to be my lawful wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forth, to love, honour and cherish, to comfort and respect, both in the good times and bad times, and long as we both shall live.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Rashani, take thee, Jet, to be my lawful wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forth, to love, honour and cherish, to comfort and respect, both in the good times and the bad times, as long as we both shall live.
Family and friends, Jet and Rashani have just publicly shared the asking of each other's hands, and their vow of love are with us here today. And now for the finishing touches. It is a time to seal the vows with the exchanging of the rings. Sean, can I please have the rings? Thank you very much. All right. May this ring symbolise your love as forever continuing, and remind you of this special moment of excitement, joy, and love for years to come. Jet, can you please take this ring and to place it on the tip of Rashani's finger and repeat after me. Rashani, I ask you to wear this ring today.
Rashani, I ask you to wear this ring today.
Until forever, as a reminder of.
Until forever, as a reminder of.
Our continued search for adventure.
For our continued search for adventure.
And our shared love of relaxing nights in.
And our shared love of relaxing nights in.
Perfect. Thank you. Great work, Jet. And Rashani, you take that and just place that on the tip of Jet's finger and repeat after me. Jet, I ask you to wear this ring today.
Jet, I ask you to wear this ring today.
Until forever, as a reminder of.
Until forever, as a reminder of.
Our continued search for adventure.
Our continued search for adventure.
And our shared love of relaxing nights in.
And our shared love of relaxing nights in.
Perfect. There you go. And just pop that on. Great work, guys. Alright. The rings symbolise that everlasting love that you guys have for each other. You only need to look at these rings as a reminder of this day that you both have shared. Jet and Rashani, in the presence of your family and friends who have joined you here to share this moment of joy in your lives, you have declared your deep love and affection for each other. You have stated that you wish to live together and always open your heart to a deeper, richer friendship and partnership. You have formed your own union based on respect and honour. Therefore, it is my joyful responsibility to officially acknowledge your union as husband and wife. Jet, you may now kiss your bride.
Woo!